Welcome in to another episode of the Gridiron Fantasy Show. I'm your host, Paul, joined by my co-host, Derrik, as always. Coming to you with another episode. Tonight, we're going to do a best ball FanDuel draft. So, a little bit different from the Underdog and the DraftKings. Just really quick, we're going to get kicked off in about 2 minutes. But the main differences are that FanDuel, same exact scoring as Underdog, but there's one extra flex spot, which I really enjoy. So it's a start 9 as opposed to a start 8. And there is 20 rounds instead of 18 like on Underdog. But Derrik, how are you doing on this lovely Friday evening?
I'm doing good, brother. The last episode we recorded had a little kerfluffle with me recording with AirPods instead of the regular mic that we use, but got that all squared away. I'm excited to be starting this right off the rip, man. But how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful. I'm glad to get back on here, get into another best ball draft, a different platform. But I'm excited. Like I said, start 9 instead of start 8. You and I both prefer those larger starting lineups, preferably 10, 11, but hey, we'll take it.
Absolutely, absolutely. When it comes to best ball, start 9 over 8, 20 rounds to the 18. I'm here for it, man.
You can't complain.
No,
especially when, it's just the standard whatever the website has.
Right. It's their standard. That's just how they do things. Take it with a grain of salt from us, though. We usually do super flex. So doing 1 QBs, we're a little bit out of our realm of comfortability, but I think that we've done pretty good in the past two, like you said, with DraftKings and Underdog. So let's see if this stretch of good draft continues here in about 10 seconds.
Yeah, it's like riding a bike. We used to play, of course, like everyone else. Started 1 quarterbacks till I think COVID hit. Then we got into Superflex and haven't looked back ever since, unless it is, DFS, best ball. But we are underway. It looks like we got, 1 minute now. And I think it's a 30-second timer as well. So should go by rather quickly.
Yeah. 1 minute. I wonder if some of these guys forgot because, this was kind of a planned out ahead of time type draft. And I'm assuming most of these guys joined not last minute, right?
Oh, yeah. This thing's been filled for about a week now. It only took about 2 days to fill it. It's just me, you, a couple of buddies that we actually know, and then other people in our dynasty leagues. I threw it in and got it filled up.
I'm trying to see if I recognize anybody. I don't off the top of my head. I'm assuming this first guy's going to be auto-drafted because we're getting down to the last 3 seconds of this draft, or this pick. So.
Oh, nope. He's just now on the clock. So here we go.
Oh, that's how that works.
That is. It looks like the draft's set for 10:15, but you get 1 extra minute for it to start, apparently.
I did not know that. Hopefully he picks before his timer runs out.
If not, I'm sure he'll be happy with Christian McCaffrey.
I mean, that's I think that's the guaranteed.
Oh, looks like he picked. Pick. There we go.
And like you said, Christian McCaffrey went.
This looks like I got the 104 and you got the 110.
CD, pretty standard. Tyreek,
okay. Mm-hmm.
I know who you're going here.
Was that Bijan?
It's got to be, brother. Absolutely.
Oh, that's where I was leaning at first, but I'm going to go with some Breece Hall in this one.
A little difference there. I like it.
Yeah. I don't have any Breece Hall so far this year on any kind of platform, unfortunately. So I'll go ahead and snag him here. And I forget the exact stat, but it was something along the lines of the Rams offense, which is where new offensive coordinator Zach Robinson came from for the Falcons. They were like 5th, bottom 5 of the league in targets to the running back position. So we all love Bijan. He got peppered with targets last year. Maybe a little bit weary to see that stat.
Gotcha. I'm not mad at it. I do see a little bit of a running back streak there between Breece,
I thought about Jahmyr Gibbs, but 104, that's still a smidge early, I think.
Yeah, I won't lie. At 110, I was hoping to hopefully snag Gibbs around that way. Him going at 6 is a little shocking to me.
And the lucky man at 107 gets Amon-Ra St. Brown, so there's a gift early on.
Absolutely.
So what are you thinking here with your turn now that looks like JT is the best running back? Or
That's honest.
Saquon.
I mean, that's who the two that are in my queue. I can't remember. I took one of the two in the first draft we did. I can't remember. Who would
I
you
think it
rather
was
have?
Saquon.
Okay. So you
I
think
would rather have JT, personally.
Okay. Well, if JT's there, yup. I'm gonna go JT. Like I said, I went Saquon the first draft because I'm assuming because you said something about it. You were like, I think I'd rather have JT there, so I went differently. So I'm happy with JT, especially having Anthony Richardson back there in that backfield. Should be nice.
So you're telling me having Average back there is a plus to you, not a negative? You're not worried about him taking away some JT carries or potentially goal line work?
I mean, there's always the possibility that he's gonna take away some carries, but anytime you have a running quarterback that's good like that, Anthony Richardson,
Oh my God.
i.e. Lamar Jackson, it increases the efficiency. Mahomes went that early.
Had 111. That is something, unless this
Is
is
that
super
somebody we
flex and I
know?
didn't notice. One way or another, it is.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe he chooses the stack here with Kelsey or something. To me, that would be the smartest thing to do if you got Mahomes that early.
Yeah, if he goes anywhere else, this is a huge blunder, in my opinion. But
I mean, if he doesn't go Kelsey here, I'm going Kelsey because I'm taking away that stack, making him look extra dumb for taking Mahomes. He went back. Okay, he must think this is super flex. I'm going Travis Kelsey here.
I surely hope he does not think that.
Unless he's going to be that guy that just corners the quarterback market and takes all of them. I don't know.
Could. You never know. We had one of those in the DraftKings draft.
We did. But, I don't think you do too fairly well if you only can start two positions all year.
It's an interesting strategy. I've never been able to buy into early quarterback, to say the least, but especially not quarterback in round 1 or round 2, and definitely not 2 of them.
Yeah, I mean, that's completely different than what – I mean, that's the earliest we've seen a guy take back-to-back quarterbacks, I think, yet. I mean, at least now he's got 2 elite quarterbacks, and he doesn't have to worry about quarterbacks the rest of the draft. But I feel like nobody would have taken quarterbacks until round 3, 4 at the earliest. Oh, there's Lamar, so I can't be mad at that.
You spoke too early on that one, pal.
Well, I'm sure that guy reached because he saw that guy took 2 quarterbacks, so it's understandable. But I wouldn't panic here. Like, I'm not going to panic about getting a quarterback. I'll take, one way later. Especially now that those 3 are off the board.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not. I don't want to reach for one in the first place, but definitely not now. And there goes Kyron Williams. So I am now on the board, and I'm going to go receiver. What do you think of Marvin Harrison Jr. in a redraft setting this year?
I think he comes in as the wide receiver 1 on that team. It's just I wouldn't. When you say wide receiver 1, like fantasy wise,
yeah,
I don't think I'm quite that high on him.
Nico Collins.
I don't think I'm quite that high on him, but I don't think it's outside the realm of possibilities. I think we've been spoiled here lately with rookies coming in and absolutely popping off. Again, I don't think it's impossible. I wouldn't bet that he's going to be a top 10 wide receiver producer this year.
I'm not betting on it either. It won't surprise me one bit if he finishes in the 15 to 20 range.
Right, something more realistic. I mean, I don't think he comes in and has, Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson type of seasons.
Okay, Josh Allen went. So we got 4 quarterbacks in the first 22 picks. So that's interesting to say the least.
Yeah, absolutely it is.
I'm never typically an early tight end guy, especially in best ball, but I might snag one here.
I'm not usually either, but I figured I'd screw that guy up by getting the Kelsey stack.
Well, there goes Laporta. Good thing for me because I was not looking at Laporta. I don't think he repeats the double-digit touchdowns this year at all.
Do you think that's because of why?
I just think it was an outlier season. I
Kinda
don't
like
see him getting
that's
that.
his ceiling.
Yeah, absolutely. That's his ceiling. I don't see it happening again. But I'll go with Devontae Adams instead.
I think that's a
I'll
great
leave the
pick,
tight
brother.
ends for the rest of them.
So yeah, I still like my Kelsey pick though, because I think he'll outperform, or fantasy points wise, I think he'll be right up there with the top 3 wide receivers as a tight end.
Old man Kelsey at this
Old
age?
man Kelsey. Yes, sir. There's no reason not to believe he won't do it again.
No, not really. Oh, there goes CJ Stroud. Okay, Devon A-Chain. What do you think of Devon A-Chain this year? Mostert's coming back. They drafted Jalen Wright out of Tennessee. I believe good old Jeff Wilson's still there for the goal line carries. But what do you see for A-Chain this year?
I think it's going to be kind of a Washington Shapiro last year. He's bound to go off a couple games, get 2 or 3 touchdowns, and get some crazy yards. But I don't think he'll probably be like the go-to back in a sense, but it's still going to be our BBC. But he's perfect for best ball. But I definitely wouldn't take him, as a top 3, top 4 running back.
Yeah, his injuries are obviously the downside to him. But in best ball, you deal with it. Somebody else to take his place. Dalton Kincaid comes off the board right after Pacheco. And for me, Pacheco is my favorite dark horse running back to potentially be the running back overall for the season.
Absolutely, brother. I'm up next. I'm looking to see who I should go with. I was thinking QB, but I want to hold off still. I think I finally take a wide receiver though.
All right. I would definitely take a wide receiver for a quarterback.
What do you think about Brandon Ayuk here?
Oh, I still prefer Debo, man. So
You
leave
still
Debo on
prefer
the board
Debo?
for me. I still do, especially in best ball. He's going to put up those crooked numbers, those huge weeks. Ayuk will be Mr. Steady Eddie for the most part.
Yeah, I took Ayuk.
So much for what I think. Don't like Mike Evans?
No, I do like Mike Evans. I just, again, one of them consistent steady Eddie things. I'd rather have Ayuk at this point.
Even if he goes to, say, the Steelers.
See, I like that even less. I like him in Tampa Bay. I don't like the Steelers. I mean, who's he going to have passing the ball? We don't know yet, do we?
No, not technically no, but assuming it's going to be Russ.
Yeah, but what has Russ done the last 2 years that have given us any points of being able to pass the ball efficiently?
He actually had 26 touchdowns last year, surprisingly, in that god-awful Broncos offense.
Yeah, that's a quiet 26. But the year before that was absolutely atrocious for what they gave up for him. Jacobs, Mixon, DK. I might go double wide receiver. Actually, if Mike Evans there, I might take Mike Evans. I ain't gonna lie, but he's not gonna be there.
But I was looking at Mike Evans with my second pick, and I'm surprised he's still here.
I'll take Mike Evans. I like him here. I like him better here.
DeAndre Swift. Okay. Or we just talking about Russ? Let's see. Yeah, last year, 26 touchdowns, 3,000 yards. The year before that, 3,500 yards and 16 touchdowns.
Yeah, so a lot worse.
So finished QB 14 last year and 16 the year before. Oh, Jalen Waddle. Damn it. Oh, come on. Don't snipe me on Debo here, baby. Come on.
You know
Leave
it's
him.
going to.
With my luck, yeah. Absolutely.
It's just bound to happen.
Well, hopefully it's an auto pick and goes to Mark Andrews.
That would be nice, but I thought the guy before me was going to auto pick, and it would have been Mike
God
Andrews.
damn it.
Or, hate to see that for you, brother.
Oh, go ahead. Take Trey McBeast then.
There you go.
Get
So
my
Trey
tight end out of the
McBeast
way.
over Mark Andrews. Is it because of the injury history?
Partially. I think it's the odds are not in favor of Andrews playing the full 16 games that we're looking for in fantasy.
Right.
And we saw what Trey McBride did last year, and it was only part of a year that he did that. The role is going to be his from the beginning. Him and Marvin Harrison Jr. don't operate in the same route tree or same area of the field. So I know some people are worried about, well, Marvin's coming in, he's going to gobble up all the targets. I'm not in that boat. I'm not worried about that for McBride.
Yeah, I'm not either. Marvin Harrison is just a route running savant and can do every route. But I think that him and Trey McBride can work great off of each other instead of one hurting the other.
That's where I'm
Malik
at with
Neighbors.
it. That's what I'm hoping for. Let's see. So I got Brees, Nico Collins, Devontae Adams, and Trey McBride. So let's take a peek at the running backs, what we got here. Ugh. Nothing too exciting.
No, I mean,
James Cook just went, so that didn't help. And James Conner.
Yeah, that does not help at all. Are you thinking about fading running backs for another round?
At this point, I mean, I wouldn't mind Kenneth Walker, but I don't desire him.
Love it. Right. It's kind of like you'd rather have somebody later that you can get for a way better price.
Go ahead and take DJ Moore here. Take the Bears #1 for Caleb Williams.
There you go. I think that's a bad pick. So do you want to talk about Caleb Williams? Because now that you have him, I know that you're going to go after Caleb later in the draft.
He's on the radar, but I wouldn't. CJ Stroud's gone. I don't want where the fuck's going to be the Raiders starting quarterback.
Yeah, what is it? Aiden O'Connell and
Minshew.
Am I missing one? Minshew.
Can't forget about Kyler Murray either, baby.
That'd be true. Cooper Kupp just went. Raheem just went.
Yeah, most of was like the other running back I was peeking at, but in the 5th round, I don't know. His injury history, healthy Devon A-Chain.
Right.
If A-Chain's fully healthy for majority of the year, unlike last season, we're not going to see the same Mostert. His usage will drop a little bit, obviously. A-Chain's going to get those boom and bust plays, long touchdowns.
Oh, and the bad thing about
Mostert
is he's he's just a burner, but I feel like A-Chain kind of fits that same mold. So they are similar style of players in a way.
I agree with you there. They're one and the same the way they score their points. But Mostert, I feel like he can obviously, at least in my opinion, hold up a little bit better than A-Chain can right now. I mean, he was healthy last year.
Brother, I'm going to break your heart here.
How are you? That's all right.
I figured with having JT, if JT is going to get sniped, Anthony Richards is going to get it. So
there you go. Just take the whole backfield.
Right. They go 2 and 1 in the same. 2 peas in the pod.
I must not be the only one worried about Mark Andrews here.
Yeah,
about to head into the 6th. He may still be on the board.
I mean, I don't think I'd even reach for him with my next pick.
George Pickens? Okay. I mean, it's hard to take a second tight end when you already picked one elite one, but in this, we do have 2 flex spots to fill, so it's not as
bad.
I guess out of left field compared to UD or DraftKings. But still, And what are you working with right now so far? Yeah, I'd probably still go for a running back or wide receiver right now if I was in your shoes.
I know that we were just talking kind of bad about Kenneth Walker. He's on the board. I was trying to. I took Kenneth Walker. I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, there goes Mark Andrews finally.
I was actually thinking about Aaron Jones, to be honest.
I'm still 50-50 on him, man. He seems to always get banged up. The Vikings run offense was not very good last year. So I don't know.
But that's because
they should lean
Madison's
on the run
not
game.
very good.
But he was great when Dalvin Cook went down.
Yeah, when Dalvin Cook went down. But when Dalvin Cook was not down, not there, Alexander Madison couldn't do shit.
Najee Harris.
How do you feel about Najee? What's your outlook on him?
I love Najee this year, man. That Arthur Smith-led offense, he's going to get lots of carries. Jaylen Warren's going to get a good bit of work too. He's still going to be a very, very usable fantasy asset, but Najee's the number one.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Zay Flowers, don't want no part of him.
No?
Nah, not really. I've never been a big Zay guy, especially with the emergence of Rashad Bateman that I'm expecting this year. I definitely don't want him.
You think Rashad Bateman's finally going to come back and be productive?
God, I fucking hope so.
You and me both.
I hope so.
I think we've tripped on that guy for freaking years.
I'll go ahead and go with Monty. Good old David Montgomery here.
There you go.
And I'm hoping Jaden Reed sticks around for my next pick because that's who I was looking at also. But I feel like we've seen – oh, shit, I didn't even realize we had a Blake Corum go right before Kenneth Walker.
Did he?
He did.
Oh, I didn't realize that either. I was hoping to target him. I was hoping to target him later.
Yeah, that's something, all right.
I mean, I think that's a little early. Being 602.
Fifth? No, fifth. Oh yeah, 601, 602. I mean,
I still think
KW, Najee, Montgomery, Zach Moss all went after him.
Right. Well, there went half of my queue.
Trying to figure out who took them because I'm not. I mean,
who took Corum?
Yeah, it was the
JB
manager with. Yeah, it was the manager with Mahomes and Hurts. Also has Jacobs, Swift, and Eckler. I don't want Eckler at all this year. I don't think he's going to do. Oh shit! Jaden Reed right before me. Surprise, surprise.
Right. I'm looking at this guy's team. Yeah, 4 running backs and 2 quarterbacks. I mean, it's like this guy's playing Superflex.
Talked myself into him. Going to go with the double tight ends. Evan Ingram.
I was looking at him. I'm not going to lie to you.
I think what was it last year? He had I think it was the 3rd most targets for tight end or receiver last season.
Yeah, I believe he finished as tight end 2.
At tight end 2 or 3, one of those two.
So he had a hell of a year, and they brought him back for a reason. He was on my board, that's for sure.
I would have rather had Jaden Reed, but decent consolation prize. Yeah, he had a whopping 143 targets last year.
Ooh, yeah, that's a lot.
Number 1 in tight ends. And if you toss him in a wide receiver, that was number 12. 2 behind Jamar Chase.
Isn't that crazy?
Nuts. But I've always loved Evan Ingram. He just hasn't been able to, be consistent, healthy. But now in Jacksonville, seems like he's found his home.
I think he very well has. I mean, I've been a fan of him for a while now, and to see him actually succeed is nice. Gives me the old Christian Kirk feel-good story.
Jacksonville's just resurrecting those pass catchers, but you're up right now after a quarterback run of Love, Burrow, and Goff. What are you thinking?
Well, I was thinking about going a second quarterback, but I just can't do it, man. My queue, I'm looking, and that's awfully down there, isn't it? I'm gonna toss this one out there. Tell me what you think.
Oh no, I don't mind it. I love Keon Coleman. I am not in the fantasy side of he sucks. He's not worth a damn. I think complete opposite. He's going to have a big role there.
Oh, but Johnny Wilson was targeted more than he was.
Yeah. That's something, all right. But I love him, especially on your team. You know, he's your wide receiver 3. Wouldn't particularly want him as my wide receiver 3, but you got 2 other consistent week in, week out guys. Keon Coleman's going to bring that touchdown upside for you. I don't mind it, especially here in late 7th.
Yeah, late 7th. Oh, I should have taken. I didn't see Rome Odunze. Yeah, I could have taken him. Might have goofed on that one, but that's okay.
I think Rome could potentially be a league winner this year. I don't think we're going to see much beginning of the season, but we know Keenan Allen has dealt with injuries throughout his career. He's getting older, so who knows? He could potentially come down with a limp hamstring down the stretch, and we see a lot more Rome Odunze.
Absolutely. I think I might take. All right. I'm a spitball. You tell me, Calvin Ridley or Rashee Rice?
Rashee Rice, even with the looming suspension here in the 8th.
That's kind of what I was thinking too.
When he does come back, we know he's going to be Mahomes' number 1 wide receiver.
Yeah, he's going to be right behind Kelsey. Target option, right? But I'm with you.
But I don't mind Ridley either, whatsoever. I think he's going to have a pretty decent year in Tennessee.
I think he's going to be targeted a lot by Will Levis this year.
Yeah, Will Levi's.
Yeah, Levi's. There you go. Oh, Trevor Lawrence. It's not bad. I might be getting close to taking my second quarterback here before too long.
The quarterbacks are cooking, baby. They are cooking. And I still don't have one, but that's okay. That's okay. I see lots of them on the board I still like.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear, brother. You said you don't have one yet at all?
No, not at all.
Not at all. Oh,
damn
that's
it.
The one I was wanting.
Damn it.
We shouldn't have been talking about it. Well, you know what has to happen now.
I guess I'm stuck with Caleb again. I wanted some Jaden Daniels.
I did too, because I don't think I have him in any of these 3 that we've done. It's actually my second share of Anthony Richardson, but it just so happens that I've had, I think, 10 twice.
Yeah, you have. I had 1 in both of our other ones, so unfortunately did not get the 1 and get some more CMC. Although CMC does not do what he's been doing, 2 of my teams are absolutely in the shitter.
I don't think that's going to change. I don't think CMC is going to take a big drop off this year. I think you're pretty safe. Yeah, there's the suspected Caleb Williams pick. Could have seen that coming. Jerome Ford there. I like that because he was another one in my queue.
Oh, I love me some Jerome Ford. I don't think Chubb is going to be there to start the year. And I don't think we're going to get the same Nick Chubb, same volume from him as we've seen in the past. I just think those days are behind him at this point.
I'm in agreement with you. Nick Chubb has been the best running back in the league for the last, handful of years, 3-4 years at least. I think he's at that point where he takes a significant downfall.
I am up again. And who went? What the fuck? Jacoby Myers.
Oh, yeah, that's rough.
I'm gonna go down the board a little bit here.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. I'm not get that Kansas City wide receiver room while you can.
Yeah, I mean, same story as you. 3 dependable wide receivers. We should know what to expect from them week in and week out for the most part. And then I'll go ahead and take an upside shot on X-Worthy.
Absolutely. I love it, man. I absolutely do.
I just can't believe Jacoby Myers. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that to me is a little weird. No, I do not want Baker. Who just went?
Calvin
Ridley.
Ridley.
Okay, that makes sense.
We had Ridley, D-Hop. Deontay Johnson. I mean, there's still many, many receivers I'd rather have over Jacoby Myers.
Oh yeah, guys that you would start over him easily. I mean, D-Hop easily, like you said. Probably Christian Watson, Deontay Johnson. Yeah, there's a lot. Or at least a handful.
Now that Christian Watson has figured out his unbalanced hamstrings, he should be ready to roll.
I'm hoping so. I'm hoping so because we've been all over this kid for a good year solid. So I'm hoping to see some good stuff from him.
Let's hope, man. Let's hope. Because if it doesn't happen this year, it probably is never going to happen.
Yeah, the bad thing about him is he's already 24, I think. He's
24, 25. Him and Tank Dell are about the same age.
Yeah, but Tank Dell boomed. So you already know what Tank Dell's capable of.
Let's see what Mr. Watson did.
Tua went. Let's see where this guy goes.
What do you think about Javonte? I haven't been hearing the best camp news and reports from him. Supposedly he's going to be fighting for the starting job, is the word out of their camp.
I mean, to be completely honest, I'm kind of fading him. Just I think I drafted him in a Superflex league a couple years back, and he got hurt like week 1 or preseason something early on in the season. Kind of screwed me, like really hard because I think I took him in the first like 14 or 16 picks, and maybe personal vendetta against him, but it was like I haven't recovered and just don't really care for him a whole hell of a lot. I thought about Jonathan Brooks there, but I've got him in the 2 other leagues, so I figured I'd let somebody else get a share of him if it gets to it.
I'm kind of surprised he's lasted this long, to be honest with you.
I won't lie. If he doesn't get
on the
picked
board for a while.
Yeah, if he doesn't get picked here, I'm going to be forced to take him. I will not lie to you.
I don't know about that one. What are you looking at? Oh. Yeah, but I think, too, at least to start the season, Rashee Rice will be gone. Give Keon Coleman the good old, whatever you want to call it, rookies take a half year to get going. So your first couple weeks is going to be really rough for that wide receiver room.
Oh, my wide receiver room is just fine, brother.
Oh, it needed some Christian Watson there.
No, I got Deontay Johnson, too. I'll be all right. I'll be just fine.
Let's see. Go.
I do need to get a second tight end, though, before too long.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with 2 tight ends. I don't think I'm going to snag a third, even though we do have 20 rounds. But I think I'm all set with McBride and Ingram.
Yeah, I think so, unless you get...
I'll probably take one last 2 rounds, but just in case, they both go down for whatever reason.
Right. Yeah, I might... I don't think Dallas Goedert's going to be there next time I get back, but we shall see.
I don't know. I think, everyone's got one. Well, the JB1, he does not have a tight end. He's the only team without one. And then there's, King Gill doesn't have one either. So I don't know, man. Might be stretching it.
That's all right. There's another guy down there. There's a couple down there that I wouldn't be too mad at. How long do we think TJ Hawk misses? See, first half of the season not coming
Probably
back?
half of the year.
Yeah.
I think. And then, he's going to take some time to get back to what we're used to from him. He's not just going to step on the field and dominate.
Right. So we're talking probably week 12 before he's maybe back to what he was doing before.
If we're lucky, yeah. I have him in one dynasty league, but it is best ball, thankfully. I've been trying to trade him, but no luck. Tajay Spears it is. I didn't want to hit another week 5 buy for running backs, but Tajay Spears pretty good value here to me in the late 10th.
Yeah, I'm with you on that for sure.
Now for my next pick, I'm going to be looking at Jason or Rashid Shaheed. I'm not completely out on JSN.
Can I ask why people are out on JSN? What's the dislike?
Just hasn't done anything. Tyler Lockett's back for at least 1 year, potentially 2. He's still the third option on Geno Smith-led offense.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Kind of hard to be super fantasy relevant and a Geno-led offense not being one of the top 2 targets.
Yeah, it's not the same Dave Canales offense they had there. That's for sure.
JSN just went.
That figures. What am I looking at here? 3 running backs, 4 wide receivers. Justin Herbert.
That's
like that. Take all the quarterbacks you guys want right now.
Right.
I don't mind Cortland Sutton either. Right as of right now, he is the number 1 for Bo Nix.
How do you feel about Troy Franklin?
I love him in best ball. I loved him coming out. Loved him at Oregon. Hooking up with his old college quarterback for 1 year at least.
Some chemistry, pre-built chemistry already.
He doesn't have much competition to beat out. Damn it, there went Shaheed. Man. All right, that puts me in a pickle. Because I just said I don't mind Cortland Sutton, but I don't want him. Even though he's probably the better choice than Diddy Mitchell that I'm looking at, or Demario Douglas.
Yeah,
I'll take Demario Douglas.
There you go. I think that's the second time you've taken him in these drafts.
I love Demario Douglas, man. I think he's going to be slot for the Patriots. And we saw throughout Drake May's college career, he loves those slot receivers and loves to target them.
Yeah, who was his slot receiver the year before last?
Josh Downs.
Josh Downs, yes. Basically gave that guy an inside shot to make it to the NFL.
Pretty much. Now he's got to deal with A-Rich.
That's right. I ain't mad at it.
So he's still going for Goddard if he's there in, 5 picks? Oh, my God,
absolutely.
J.K. Dobbins.
Absolutely. I think I'd be dumb not to. Let me just make sure my bye weeks don't mesh. Travis Kelce's bye week 5, Goddard's 5, and Kelce's 6. So if he's there, Goddard's definitely the choice. Really, my queue is filled with these top 3 tight ends here on the board. I will not lie to you. As long as one of them makes it to me, I'd prefer not to be Hawk, but.
All right. I hear you. I mean,
well,
he just keeps falling and falling, but.
I'll at least get Goddard. I mean, I would love to have Goddard, but I'd be okay with Cole Kmet as well.
Yeah. Cole Kmet's still going to be valuable in that offense. He's not going to disappear.
No,
especially with the money they're paying him.
Right, he's going to have to work for that money. Oh yeah, I'll take
Kamani Vidal. So there goes all the Charger running backs.
That's okay. That is okay. You guys can take those running backs.
So you're telling me you're not in on your boy J.K. Dobbins?
No, not at all. I pretty much wrote him off after he hurt his knee. What was it, last year? Year before?
It was the Achilles last year.
Okay. After he hurt his Achilles, I pretty much wrote him off. I mean,
as you should.
If I could get J.K. Dobbins like around here, I wouldn't be mad. But a guy took him 2 rounds ago. No, I'm good on that. I'm okay.
Yeah, it took him in the 11th.
Okay. Yeah, 11:05, 11:07, somewhere around there. I mean, that's
Then
I still think that might be a little early. I'd prefer.
I mean, look at who's all left. I mean, Chase Brown, Charbonnet, Marshawn Lloyd, Kendre Miller, Jaleel McLaughlin. And still plenty of guys I would rather take a shot on than JK.
Absolutely. Oh, I almost picked somebody way down the board that I did not want. Let's see here. All right. I'm not going to make it.
No, probably not.
That's not
Hunter Henry. There you go, baby.
That's not what I wanted to do. That's 3 tight ends. That is not fun. I was trying to scroll down and I was not fast enough.
That's not good at all. But you got your backup tight end. There you go, buddy.
Oh, I already had one.
You did? That's
Dallas
right.
Goddard.
Yeah. Well, now you got 3. So you're safe. Please don't draft any more tight ends.
I wasn't wanting to.
You got to be quicker than that, man. You got to be quicker than that.
Well, I started talking, and then it got away from me. I was about to take another wide receiver. I was wanting to take Cortland Sutton, but it just didn't work. It didn't work out for me.
Yeah, he's still sitting at the top of the board. If he's there, I will be forced to take him.
I don't blame you, but that was a miscue on my part. He should have been on my team.
Isaiah Likely. That was my 3rd tight end I preferred.
Yeah, and I've got this red bar. It says something went wrong and your pick wasn't made. It's because I clicked Cortland Sutton and I'd already picked. When is A-Rich's bye week? 14.
Well, targeting that second quarterback, are you?
I think I need to. I mean, I should have done it a while ago, but
it will be all right. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take my second one just because I do have Caleb. He is a rookie. As much as I love him, you never know. Bo Nix.
Absolutely. Bo Nix.
Wow.
Huh.
I guess they don't want the old men Achilles tears between Captain Kirk and A-Rod, and don't want no parts of Deshaun.
I mean, I guess I can't blame them for those 3, which is why the quarterback I have targeted is not those 3, but I still think Bo Nix there's a little early.
Yeah. He'd be like a round 15 quarterback for me.
That's 14, 15 is about where I was thinking. I mean, I wouldn't even have thought of him until around 14, 15. Like I said, at this point in the draft, they're the 3 quarterbacks with the Achilles and the shoulder injury. I would much rather have than Bo Nix at this current point.
Oh, yeah. I'm with you there.
Zach Charbonnet, Kate Otten, Cole Kmet. Crazy he fell that far.
Yeah, I didn't foresee that happening.
I did not either.
Oh, yeah, Mike Willie. There we go. Jalen Polk.
That's a good one. That's a good one this far in.
I like Dontavian Wicks, but I also like Josh Downs and Denny Mitchell. But week 14, I already got 2 receivers on bye. So I'm just may let the bye weeks get me on this one. And I will keep stacking that Jermaine Burton.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, you've been all over Jermaine Burton.
Yeah, I mean, especially here in the 13th, if he's a dud and doesn't do much this year, I really don't mind it too much.
Oh, absolutely. At this point in the draft, I wouldn't be upset about it.
I mean, I do love some Jalen Polk, though. He would be the other option at the slot, in my opinion, but he can play inside and outside. So I'm hoping it's DeMario Douglas in the slot, Polk on the outside, then whoever the hell, Juju, Kendrick Bourne, Javon Baker.
Was it Javon Baker who was making some some good highlights and good news out there in that camp? I feel like it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, Demario Douglas has done some good as well.
Man, what about our guy Keyshawn Butte?
Butte's just about dead.
Yeah.
That is a doornail.
Yeah, I hear that. Maybe he was just good because Neighbors was getting a lot of attention.
I don't know, man.
His fall off
Just
was
doesn't
crazy.
work out sometimes.
No, it doesn't. Normally, it doesn't happen to wide receivers, though. Unless your name's Corey Coleman.
I don't know, man. There's a long list there. Justin Blackman, Dorial Green Beckham,
Derrik and Beckham
Kevin
was
White.
bad. I didn't like Kevin White coming out.
Yeah.
Derrik Green Beckham was supposed to be. That's about the only thing he was, in my opinion. But yeah, Dorial Green Beckham, he was supposed to be special.
I loved him. I absolutely loved him in college. Luke Musgrave goes. Sure. No Josh Downs stack for you, my friend.
No, I was hoping to get him, but that's all right. We'll go this guy.
Mr. Blue Levi's. All right.
I figured now is a better time than any before I get nothing. I think Will Levis has a little bit better upside than, the other 2 or 3. Oh, well, somebody took Kirk Cousins, yeah. So
yeah,
I'd much rather have Will Levi over Aaron Rodgers and Deshaun.
Really? Over A-Rod? With G. Willie out there?
Well, see,
Brees
another
Hall?
thing, I have another share of Aaron Rodgers in a different league, and I feel like I got some hate for that. So I'm going to steer clear of Aaron Rodgers on this draft.
Cannot say the hate was not deserved.
I'd rather take my 2 young guys. This team is extremely predicated on Anthony Richardson being good, though.
If A-Rich is not good or gets hurt again, you're done for, especially with just Levis as your backup.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'll probably take another quarterback here in like another 3 rounds just to have something if that happens. Aaron Rodgers went.
Yeah, let's see. This one, he took Geno Smith along with Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts.
The guy that's up now?
My. Yeah, JB. Have you looked at his wide receiver room?
JB's? No.
Oh, man.
I will after I make my pick.
Oh, he took a 4th quarterback.
Oh, nice. Let's Adunze, Curtis Samuel, Tyler Lockett, Brandon Cooks, Josh Bump. Yeah, that's yeah. But if you look at those quarterbacks, brother, I mean he's cooking with hot water, and he still doesn't have a tight end.
Yeah, the tight end's pretty much he's not getting anything from that position outside of 5 points a game if he's lucky.
Yeah, not at this point. You might as well just chalk it up and take a tight end your last pick or something.
Yeah, just last 2 picks, just throw 2 darts.
Exactly. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, there's Bateman. Bateman's gone. Who are you thinking this next pick when you're up in 2 picks?
I'm tussling between Marshawn Lloyd and my love for Antonio Gibson.
I think I know who's going to win. Yep.
Yeah, I know it. I fucking know it.
You've been an Antonio Gibson guy for the last 3 years. It's okay.
Yeah, the Ramondre extension really doesn't do anything for me. And when it comes to Antonio Gibson, I think he's still going to have a role. He's going to be a returner. I know we don't get return yards for this, but he's an extremely good return guy that could house it at any given time, especially with the new kickoff rules.
Right.
So
yeah, I'd go Antonio Gibson. Yeah, I figured you would, but I think he's a completely different running back than Ramondre Stevenson. He's more of a finesse guy, and we talked about it a lot in the past. Was a wide receiver before, right? And then transitioned to running back. So he's a great route runner, and he could be deployed in a multitude of ways in that offense.
Just might have to get this round 15, Jatavion Sanders.
I wouldn't be mad at it.
All right, Ricky Pearsall. Okay. He was also in my queue. Especially if Ayuk or Debo get moved. Ooh, he is going to be massive in that offense.
Yes. I was just making sure. I was checking Antonio Gibson. I was like, he was Memphis, right? And
Yeah.
right.
After junior college.
Yeah. Yeah, it was it East Central Community College. Crazy how that works, man. You go from community college to being an NFL running back. That's awesome.
Yeah, I forget what show I was listening to earlier, but supposedly Antonio Gibson has a better PFF rushing grade than Joe Mixon over Antonio Gibson's career. Every year he's had a better grade than Joe Mixon, which is...
I find that kind of crazy.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Would never have guessed that.
I mean, it's got to be because of lack of opportunity and just being extremely efficient while, getting a couple touches a game or something.
Yeah, that has to be it. I don't see really any other reason why. Because he hasn't got a ton of volume outside of his second year.
Right.
Roman Wilson and Denny Mitchell. Mitchell.
His problem was always the fumble rooskies. They drafted Brian Robinson, and it went kind of downhill from there.
Yeah, once they drafted B-Rob in the third, gave him a decent option to turn to with Gibson not knowing how to hold onto the ball for a while.
Yeah. And Brian Robinson was just sure-handed. And I still think that's crazy. I go down, look on the computer and see 4 quarterbacks, 4 running backs, 6 wide receivers, no tight ends. I'm like, man, what are you doing?
Yeah, and the receiver room is just, man.
No, it's not good. Like, I try not to give people shit, but it's like, man. Was that Devontae Walker?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Which is surprising. You still got Xavier Legette, Roman Wilson, Franklin, Malachi Corley, Jalen McMillan even, in terms of rookie receivers left. I wouldn't went that far for Devontae. I think in our DraftKings, I took him in the second to last round.
I do believe so, yeah.
Tyrone Tracy Jr. He was buried down there for me too.
Like you said, buried. Let me see what I'm cooking with real quick.
Yeah, what are you cooking up over there now? Yeah, got a pretty nice, well-balanced team, if I'd say. Oh, that one, J.J. McCarthy, damn.
Go Wando Robinson there.
All right. Does he go 5th quarterback or 7th wide receiver?
I mean, at this point, he might as well go 7th wide receiver because the quarterbacks here, I don't think there's any left. Well, I don't know.
There's a couple, but...
Yeah, there's a little more than I was thinking, but, I mean... I love making fun of some guys who draft, but this guy, I feel like he's just... Oh, was it Ray Davis?
Ray Davis. That's unfortunate.
5 running backs. All right.
Mike Gesicki, okay. And Noah Fant. Throwing all the darts in that tight end room there.
Yeah, what's his team looking like? Not a fan, but it's okay.
Oh.
Not a fan, Noah Fant.
I mean, Pat F is a decent dart, I think. Arthur Smith, we know how he likes to use a tight end. Damian Pierce, that's another interesting one. But again, like Antonio Gibson, he's a special teamer now. And he did house, I think, one maybe 2 last year on kick returns.
I think I'm going to go. Is there any? There's no running backs. Yeah, nope. I'm going one of your boys, Roman Wilson.
He could have a decent role in Pittsburgh. We'll see what that passing offense looks like.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not holding out hope for Pittsburgh necessarily, but with the departure with Deontay Johnson, it could be something.
Yeah, because what is their wide receiver room looking like? Let's see.
I'm pulling it up now.
We obviously got Pickens,
George Pickens, Van
Roman,
Jefferson, and Roman Wilson.
Marquez Callaway, Calvin Austin, Quez Walker.
Yeah, but
so more than likely
crazy.
The wide receiver 2 at some point.
I would tend to agree so. I'm contemplating going a third quarterback here next round.
Are you? Who are you looking at?
I know, maybe like Drake May. I mean, they're still Bryce Young and Derek Carr. They're definitely up there, but I don't know if they make it back to me. Between those three, those would probably be the only 3 I'd really be interested in.
Yeah, I'm with you. Bryce Young, Drake May, of course. That's about it. There's Derek Carr. Spoken into existence, my friend.
Absolutely. This guy must be listening to us speak live, because I didn't think Derek Carr was quite there. Yeah, Bryce Young's up there on the board. I forgot Daniel Jones is there. I guess as a QB3 option, maybe. But what's his outlook? Is he?
I mean, there's been some videos the last day or two that he's looked pretty good coming off that ACL.
Okay.
And it was Bryce Young, like you said. I'm going to take an all-time favorite, Troy Franklin.
There you go.
Come on down, baby.
He was in my queue as well. I think that's a great pick for you. I almost took him over Roman Wilson, but I think I have Troy Franklin elsewhere. Again, just kind of hedging my own bets and taking a little bit different players.
Yeah, never a bad thing, especially when it comes to these rookie receivers.
Yeah, they're all dart throws anyway, so it's, to be expected. Would you take a shot on Justin Fields at some point? In this?
Last round. Second to last round, maybe.
Yeah. I'm with you. I think he's just insurance for Russell Wilson, but I don't think he touches the field.
You don't think he touches the field all season?
I mean, he's definitely not going to touch the field if Russell Wilson looks good. It's just a big if.
No, probably not. Go ahead, take another rookie wide receiver, Malachi Corley.
He was on my board too. You're just taking them all.
I'll take those darts. I will take them.
That's right. I'm not mad at it.
Especially with Franklin and Corley with their touchdown upside week to week. I love it.
Right. Yeah, there's not really. I mean, there's maybe a couple rookie wide receivers that might be worth drafting, but I think that's about it. There's one more in my queue that I hope makes it to me. We'll see. Oh, did the quarterbacks go?
Yeah, Bryce went. Carr went.
Oh, let's hope Drake May makes it to me then. Odell Beckham Jr.
There you go. Had to have him.
That's right. In the 17th round, I mean, it's a dart throw. Not a good one, but it's a dart throw.
Yeah. I mean, there's worse picks out there for sure.
I mean, at this point, it doesn't really matter. The core of the rosters is made. These guys are just coin flips.
Yeah, they are.
I'd personally
I
stay
would
away
just,
from an injured wide receiver that's that old, but, different strokes for different folks, I guess.
yeah, at this point, I'd just rather go a little bit safer route, get some guys I know for sure, or have a high likelihood to make the team.
Or some
Odell, I don't
rookies,
think there's any guarantee.
or some real rookies who have, a potential to be a dart throw. At this point, we don't even know if Odell has a full ACL left on his body. So I would not
Might not
be
have any.
throwing right. None, as I'm saying, between either knee. I wouldn't be taking a dart throw without some knees.
So you go scoop up your quarterback here.
Yeah, I think I go Drake May if he makes it to me. If not, I'll probably just be content with 2 quarterbacks all year. Oh, he was on my board. I was really hoping JT. Oh, wait, no, I have 3 already. I don't need another tight end. Drake May. I'll take Drake May here and be happy about it. And then at this point, for me, I mean, that was a dart throw too, but it's all dart throws from here on out. We're about to be in round 18.
Absolutely.
Got, 3 picks left, so yeah, we'll leave that. Let me go back. Only I could type.
You gotta love that.
Oh, yeah, the good old fat finger. Like you. Yeah. Well, hopefully he makes it to me, but I will be taking a guy that we talked about a little bit earlier.
Hayden Hurst, I love that one.
Yeah, here, absolutely. Gardner Minshew, I don't mind that one either.
He's gonna start some games.
I think so. I think
how long and how many? Who knows? Yeah, Hayden Hurst is out there in L.A. Good old hardball. We know how he likes to use those tight ends.
Oh, yeah, we could see 3 tight ends out there at any given time. He's done it before. Wouldn't be crazy for him to do it again.
Will Shipley. I love picking up Will Shipley, man. It's about time Javon Baker went.
Yeah, I figured it was just a matter of time.
So we got 3 picks left here?
Yeah. Yeah. You've got 3, I've got 2.
Okay. It's going to get Isaac Garindo. Have not heard that name since the combine in the draft.
Hey, some of these guys get it. Take rookie flyers. It's never a bad call.
No, not really. Because what are you losing out on if they do nothing?
Exactly.
Zach Ertz is a great tight end pick now. He should be.
Oh, no.
He will be the starter.
It's just how long until
if he stays healthy. He's on the Commanders now, buddy. He's got the Senator breathing down his neck.
Oh, you're right, Ben Sinnott. You're right. I'm thinking Cardinals. There's really not.
Tiki Barber?
I mean, it's getting to the point. There's really nothing.
No, there's not. It's where these 20 rounders are like,
I mean, I thought 18 was hard. Right. I thought 18 was bad. 20 is terrible.
Yeah. Not the biggest fan of 20, but then on the same side, it is best ball. We're not doing anything after the draft, so give us a couple extra players.
Right. Yeah, man, I'm scrolling and I'm not seeing nothing that's even tickling the pickle.
Yeah, I wanted Jonnu Smith, but just got sniped on him, damn it. Go figure.
You gotta love that. Hey, there's Justin Fields. Like you said.
I took him. Goodbye. It's really the last of the quarterbacks I'm interested in. I don't want Penix. Don't want Howe. Don't want Darnold. Brissett. O'Connell.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, he's about the only one that, they're the dart throw quarterback. If he gets the starting job at some point, he's going to put up fantasy points.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And he's going to start at some point. It's just a matter of when. I don't think Russ is going to be able to either A, stay healthy, or B, he's just not going to be very good, especially in that division.
Yeah, division's tough. Those
Mhm.
defenses in that division are arguably the best in all divisions of NFL football.
Okay. Yeah, there's really ain't nothing left.
There's really nothing. I mean, I'm hoping people don't take the guys. I've got 4 people in my queue, so I'm just hoping that I don't get sniped on any of them. Because then I'm really going to be scrolling.
Yeah, I've got 3. Now I got 2.
I've got 5 picks. I mean, the draft is pretty well over. I'll just tell you, I've got Rondo Moore, Marcus Rosemead, Jack Saint, Deuce Vaughn, and Kevontae Turpin. That's all I've got.
Yeah. Got Justice Hill and Theo Johnson. So I'm trying to scrape the bottom of the barrel for any kind of running back. I only got 4. One of them being Antonio Gibson, and I'm just
I've only
take
got
Theo Johnson.
I've only got 3, and one of them's Jonathan Brooks. But when you got teams that have 7 and 8 running backs, it's kind of hard to compete with that.
Yeah, but absolutely. They did get scooped up.
We got 1. I'm just counting 2, 3 teams with 8 and 1 team with 7. I mean, that's a shitload of running backs.
Yeah. It's not
saying they're all worth anything, but still.
I mean, they're bodies,
right?
Ones that we can't have.
I'll take my 9 wide receivers though. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, I got 10. Hedged my bet on Jermaine Burton there with Andre Yoshi Bosch of the Bengals. There's been some swirlings that he could potentially be the T. Higgins replacement if, gets traded, goes down to injury. He could be the next man up over Jermaine Burton as of right now.
Not mad at it. All right. I think I just go Rondo Moore here. Rondo Moore or Rosemead Jack? Rondo Moore.
Rondo Moore. What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, I'm up again in 4 picks, and I have 3 players in my queue. Hopefully, I don't get sniped. I doubt it. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, at this stage.
We're down the bottom of the barrel. These are just, again, I mean, this is gross where we're at in the draft. Chase Claypool.
You never know with him. I think he's still up in Buffalo, and
yeah, he's in
we
Buffalo.
know what their wide receiver room is. So
is that Elijah Moore? Yeah, Aiden O'Connell. There
it
he
is.
goes.
Aiden O'Connell. There. Okay. Deontay Foreman wouldn't be terrible to add. I mean, he's behind Chubb, Jerome Ford. So he's going to get some work at the beginning of the season until Chubb comes back and gets ramped up full time. Probably fall into the end zone a couple times for us. Michael Mayer.
Screw it. Take Bigsby.
Yeah. I threw him in my queue just a minute ago.
I did too. I saw him at the top of the board. I was like, wait a minute. I mean, I get that he's, a backup, but it's like everybody's a backup at this point. There's a possibility he touches the field. Again, a dart throw.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, didn't have the best rookie season that everyone had hoped for, but there goes your boy, Marcus Rosemary Jack Saint.
Yeah,
Can't believe you missed out on him.
He can have him. I thought about it, but I figure with all the wide receivers I got, I don't think that he touched it anyways.
Not likely. Who knows, again, if he even makes the team.
Right.
So I'm looking at either Deontay Foreman or Theo Johnson. Although I'd really like a running back, but probably not going to happen if Deontay Johnson goes. Or Dante Foreman. Excuse me. Oh, that's right. Can't forget KJ Osborne is also out there in New England now.
Yeah.
Always forget about that one.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, it's a wonderful pick there.
Yeah, I think that's crazy value.
Zay Jones too. There's one thing he's done in his career. It's earn targets and get on the damn field out there in Arizona.
Find the end zone quite a few times too.
There we go. I'll take Deontay Foreman to close this one out.
3 picks left. Ooh, buddy.
All right. So, Derrik, you ended up with Anthony Richardson, Will Blue Jeans Levi's, Drake May at quarterback, then a shallow running back room with JT, Kenneth Walker, Jonathan Brooks, Tink Bigsby, then double-digit wide receivers with Ayuk, Mr. 1,000 yards, Mike Evans, Keon Coleman, Rashee Rice, Deontay Johnson, Dontavian Wicks, Wan'Dale Robinson, pair of rookies in Roman Wilson, Javon Baker, and then Rondell Moore. In a rather loaded tight end room with Kelsey, Goddard, and Hunter Henry. How are you feeling after this one?
I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I'm feeling pretty good. I think it was Hunter Henry when I got auto-picked on accident. I mean, not saying that would have changed much. I would have had Cortland Sutton instead. But, no, I really like the team. I wish I would have focused more on running backs, but with the top 2 are pretty darn good. And then Jonathan Brooks, when he gets back, is healthy. I mean, that's a pretty good 3-headed beast, in my opinion.
Yeah, your running backs are sitting pretty nice. Nothing really to dislike other than potential injuries between the top 3. They've all had a little bit of injury history. But at the running back position, who doesn't anymore?
Exactly. The running backs are all risk anyways, and maybe that's why that guy took 6 or 7 of them. Just hedging his bets.
You can never have too many running backs, especially when there's multiple flexes like this. It's never a bad idea.
Right.
But then I ended up with Caleb Williams, Matt Stafford, and Justin Fields at quarterback. Breece Hall, David Montgomery, Tajay Spears, Antonio Gibson, and Dante Foreman. And a wide receiver, I also hit 10 like you with Nico Collins, Devontae Adams, DJ Moore, Xavier Worthy, Demario Douglas, a whole lot of rookies with Jermaine Burton, Denny Mitchell, Troy Franklin, Malachi Corley, and Andre Yoshivash, and then 2 studs at tight end with McBride and Evan Ingram. I like it. Really like the wide receivers and tight ends. Running back, I got the stud and Breece Hall. Montgomery's no slouch. Tajay Spears is going to have a larger load than last year. Hopefully, more targets as well. But I'm digging it. Quarterback room's pretty safe one way or another.
If I had to say one was your weakest, I would say it's your QB room. And I only say that because if Caleb Williams doesn't pan out, not necessarily that you're screwed, but, it's
upside is very limited there.
Yes. But, no, man, I really like your team. I love your running back room. I hate to go back to me, but if I had not messed up and drafted Hunter Henry, I would have drafted 5 running backs as well. But the 3 tight ends really screwed me because you said early, you were like, I'm sticking with 2. And that was my plan, was to stick with 2, but it didn't happen that way. But no, I really like your team top to bottom. You got a nice 3-headed beast at wide receiver between DJ Moore, Adams, and Nico Collins. And after that, it's, a bunch of rookies, and one of them bound to hit pay dirt. I love Xavier Worthy's upside. I think he could be an absolute monster this year. Granted, I think he walks in as the third receiving option once Rice gets back. But you still have a Denny Mitchell, who I was also targeting because I have Anthony Richardson. I like your team, man. I really do. As long as you don't have injuries like at tight end or running back, I think you're great. The running back ones, that shit happens anyways. You'll probably have an injury somewhere with somebody.
Yeah, if tight end goes down, it's not going to be pretty. Right. I didn't get the third one, so I just said, screw it. Take another running back at the end.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, at that point, I would much rather have Dante Foreman than any tight end that would be on the board. I think that's an absolute steal of a pick. Foreman's going to make a roster or be playing somewhere at some point.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, yeah, he's on the Browns, so he'll get some work.
Yeah, I think that about wraps up this one. You got anything else before we go ahead and sign off here for the night?
No, brother. I enjoyed doing this. This was fun. Appreciate you guys listening.
Yeah, we'll be back again next week. Not another draft, just some other topics. A little bit of Devy, a little bit of Dynasty talk, overall fantasy, a little mixed bag of things we got in store for the next episode. So if you could, give us all a follow on Twitter at Gump7285, D_Cook93, and at Gridiron_FS. And we are now putting out some YouTube content, so give us a follow over there at Gridiron Fantasy Show. And then also leave us a rating and review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. We'd greatly appreciate that. And then you're on Sleeper, playing with your fantasy teams, hop on over to the DFS portion of the app and put in the code GUMP, G-U-M-P, for a free $100 deposit match, up to $100, and a free 0.5 pick for your first slip. And that's it. Appreciate you guys for listening. We'll see you again next week.
See you. Thanks for listening.